If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say to yourself, what's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? It's like, you meditate on that, you'll get an answer.
I suck because I'm nothing. Nothing among 7.6 billion human beings, among 8.7 million living species, on one planet among hundreds of billions, in one galaxy among millions, and that's if there's only one universe. A person who lives to be 100 lives exactly 3,153,600,000 seconds. Sounds enormous, doesn't it? But at a rate of 1 name per second of our lifetime, she wouldn't even have time to say half the names of the people alive when she started. Just to be clear, we are not talking about knowing half the people on Earth, just saying their names. And in the end, being so dilated can only mean one thing: that whatever I do, whatever I try to achieve, whether I create or destroy, whether my name endures in time or is simply forgotten, my entire existence, actions, memories and heritage, the whole package, my impact on this world will forever remain unimportant, invisible and forgettable. I suck because I'm human. So I've took notes, just to remind you what it really means to be human. Shortly said, and above all, it means to be weak. But I mean, really weak. Humans are the epitome of pretentiousness. We consider ourselves to be far superior to all other species. But I mean, come on. Homo sapiens? The wise men? Really? How did we even come up with the names? Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthal. Let's just say that you come from the mountains, you from the north, you from the islands, and I'll be the wise one. Yeah, let's do it this way. Nah, by nature there's nothing more irrational than a human being. To be human is to forget the lessons we haven't yet learned. It's repeating the failures of the past, being disconnected from the present and ready to live in the future. Speaking of which, I often wonder, what will the next generation think of us? In, let's say, 100 years, 4 centuries, a million from now. What will people say about us in 3025? Look, if I ask you to tell me about 12th century men, I bet you there's not much that comes to your mind. Simply because a middle-aged idea is an expression we use to say that it's very old. So old, it's almost savage. So chances are the guys from 3025 won't have much to say about us. Because we are at best just forgettable, at worst humiliating for those who come after us. Oh yeah, the people from 2025, the one from the era of animal genocide, right? Aren't they also the one who nearly blew up the planet? What a bunch of fucking idiots. That's what it means to be human. To be so ashamed by the actions of our own species that we end up disgusted to be part of it. And finally, I suck because I'm me. How can I make you understand how much though? Maybe the best way is to give you a few examples. Alright. First, I'm weak. Weak because I'm an addict. First to sugar. Back in high school, I could eat a bag of candy a day and I had basically replaced water with oranges. Fat too. I mean, some week I can order fast food up to 7 times in a row, while leaving fresh food rotting in my fridge just because I'm craving nuggets. And even if it's not very developed, I also have a tendency towards gambling. Yeah, I'm no stranger to roulette and poker. I'm weak because I'm lazy. I can spend weeks, almost a month, without ever leaving my house. Between video games, social medias, film, series, pornography. The slightest structure, the slightest effort is a torture for me. But wait to hear what I call efforts. We are talking about getting up before noon to think and work a little on my dreams. So it's kind of the equivalent of being lazy to choose what you want to eat in an all-you-can-eat restaurant. I'm a liar, a bitch, a wimp, I'm small, and I'm a complainer. It's never my fault. It's because of everyone else. Because of all of you. Yeah, it's because of you. Nah, in truth, it's the French education system's fault. My best excuse, and by the way, I'm very proud of that one, has always been to say that if I was free and actually could manage my own schedule, then, and only then, I would actually start doing something. But the truth, the real one this time, is that I've had in the last 5 years more free time than you could possibly ever dream in a lifetime. Whatever happens, it will never be my fault. It just can't, because if it is, the illusion dies. And without it, I'll have to pay the price of a life wasted by my own fault. And the only means of payment is regret. I'm a monster. Because it's exactly when you think you've hit rock bottom that you really just start sinking. I'm a destroyer. It's too late. No matter what I do in life, I have taken far more than I can ever give or create. I'm selfish. If you ever have a conversation with me, know that while you're talking, I'm probably thinking about the fact that I already know what you're going to say. And that deep down, you're not that interesting. There might even be a small part of me that's going to feel superior and smarter than you. In any case, nice to meet you. I'm a consumer. Okay, this one may sound cliché, but look, on a whim, I can buy something so expensive that a whole family could have eaten for a month instead. Buy it with money that doesn't even belong to me. Money that was earned by the sweat of my father's brow. And it's not like he's rich. That money was supposed to finance my education, to build my life, to follow my dreams. And the worst part is, I'll probably never use that thing. I'm ungrateful. I've just mentioned my father. This man, one of a kind. If only you could know him as well as I do. One of the only people I've ever met who puts acts behind his words. But I mean actually does it. Like follow his values to the letter without ever betraying them. He sacrificed his dreams and his freedom for me. I've never seen him take an extra 5 minutes to wake up because, fuck it, we're all tired sometimes. He never took a single day off in 20 years. But above all, I've never seen him complain about any of that, not even once. He's never stopped giving his everything for me. And I don't think I ever lived a day without spitting in his face. I'm insensitive. Because after all that you might think I at least feel bad, that I feel guilty, that I'm praying for forgiveness. But here's the worst part. Not in the slightest, my friend. I feel nothing. Well, of course I feel bad afterwards, and I blame myself a little, but I just go watch a movie, I go to bed, and the next day, nothing. Not even the memory of having done anything wrong. I'm empty. Empty, ready to commit the same crimes again and again and again and again and again. And finally, I'm boring. Boring because I'm a smug. Well, just know that no matter what you do, I'll do it better than you, and no matter what you are, I'll be better than you. All my life I've been told that I was smarter than the average person, that I had high intellectual potential, that I was a fast learner, and that all doors were open to me. I never had to study or work to be good, but just good. Just good enough to keep getting compliments. Just rotten. I'm mediocre. Over time my favorite sentence became, yeah, but if I give it my all, I could easily be the best. I just love the ego of being seen as a gifted fuck up. Okay, now is the time to say it. I got into my previous school on the waiting list after having been given an advantage during the entrance exam as a semi-dyslexic, and I got 3 years of scholarships while doing absolutely nothing, which means that by getting in by the greatest of odds, I've probably taken the place of a guy whose dream it was, who fought his whole life to get in. And to show my appreciation, I spent all my years there criticizing the level of the school, of the teachers, of their lessons, and the mediocrity of the students. I'm a hypocrite. I hate intellectual dishonesty. I hate those who never put their so-called values into action. I hate the fact that people only talk to satisfy their egos and not to solve the problem. I hate when people spit on creators, entrepreneurs, artists, or workers when they never try to create anything in their fucking lives. But above all, I hate when people point out that I'm everything that I hate. I'm completely delusional. I must have watched too many anime, so I unconsciously convinced myself that I was special. A chosen one with a great destiny. And when I say great, I mean exceptional. Changing the world and all that. Almost a quarter of a century. What have I done? Don't worry about that. I'm a coward. I've signed 10,000 pacts with myself, promising that I would change, that I would become better. I've sworn on my honor, I have sold my name, and I've betrayed my so-called values more times than I've lived days in my fucking life. I'm the guy who's been given everything. Time, love, luck, and opportunity. Everything that billions of humans, nobody, poor, slaves, born, dead, starving, disabled, tortured, defiled, or genocide. Everything these people could never have even dreamed of. That's what I've been given. In the end, I suck because I represent everything that makes this world boring. When I've been given everything to make it interesting.
It's like, you meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one.